Boom!
Bonjour. Hi.
Bonjour! Bonjour everyone. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm Frank Boucher, your host. And for the next 2 hours, if you stay with me for all that time, you can lurk, feel free, you can ask questions, we'll have some fun. I'm sorry for my voice, as we were just saying pre-stream. That's the part that I cut when I publish on YouTube, so you need to be there live to assist it. I traveled last week and obviously I caught something in the plane. So I have that nice voice. I discovered that I have a quick button for muting. So hopefully I'm quick enough to push the button if I'm coughing. I have a full bottle of water, so we'll try to do that. Yeah, it's hard. I was going to San Francisco to present the demo we worked on, so that's cool. And yeah, and this week I didn't stream because it was awful, and I had plenty of bad stuff happening last weekend for me. Like, I lost my dog. I was forced to let it go, so that was bad. So I was not in the mood Wednesday this week to stream. So with the cough and my emotions, I decided to not stream. So that's why I didn't stream this week. So but today I was feeling much better, and I say, you know what? Let's go stream. It will be fun, and we'll you know. Thank you, sir. It was like a bad accident, fall badly, and yeah. That was a really hard time. That dog has been with us for a long time. But yeah, didn't suffer. Everything was well. It was just moving forward. It wouldn't have the life quality for the dog would have couldn't be good. So that's why we decided to let her go. Yeah. But let's talk about other things. You don't want me to see crying here. What I want to do today, so one thing I want to share with you. So
previously on Frank's channel.
Yeah, previously, Mr. Fritz, we did work on Yay! Let's go here, let's do this. So last week I was at San Francisco and I present the video analyzer. That's a demo we work on the stream. We build it here where you can upload the video. That was done in .NET, and then you could search in different videos, and that's pretty cool. People loved it, so I'm happy I did it on this stream. And before someone lets me start CB tracking, and I think I will do Did anybody land before? I don't see anybody landing. Well, like Jeff Hats, but that's fine. It's a digital friends and the score was 4. But yeah, so people were really happy with this demo. I did present also the other one that we worked, I think, did we worked on? But I did show you the other demo. The other demo was a Reka restaurant, so like a deep, they don't like when I say deep, research website, so it search a restaurant. So I did present that too, and they loved it. It was nice, and I was supposed to go back again next week for a workshop, but I can't because I had other engagement that I cannot cancel. So instead, I worked a workshop. TBD is here. Hello, TBD. I have my I don't know. I was about to say Barry White's, but that's not deep voice. It's like crappy voice. So, what's the Scrappy, the clown? in The Simpsons, I have my crappy voice. So yeah, so what I did instead this week, I built a Python workshop. Yes, Python, I know I don't know Python, but it was fun. Krusty the Clown, yeah. I have my Krusty the Clown voice. I don't know if he's that crappy. Is he have that crappy voice? But anyway, that was the image I pictured in my head. And I want to show you the demo. It's called Roast My Life in Python. I did brainstorm with AI because I don't know Python, and I did some Python in the past. Like I need to be honest, right? I don't know Python, but I can hack in Python. I did most of my Python, and it was Python and MicroPython was for Raspberry Pi projects. But I was like, I heard about like the easiness, and there's some people at work that work with Python, and I'm a senior developer, so obviously I know about Python, like what it is. I saw some Python, I can read Python, but coding, and this was a great opportunity because I won't be there. So I wanted to use a language that people who will be there, will be present, they will be more comfortable, and they were like, Python or Go, and I was like, okay, well, let's do Python. So I did brainstorms. Okay, what's like a good template? What are the good tools and stuff like that? And then Flask was coming, and I know it was easy. Other people taught me about Flask, kind of. So I did some quick research about that, and then I built a simple app. And I built a workshop also how to do that. Well, I built the app, and after that, kind of like decompose the app, adding some part and explanation, and like at the same time, I'm mastering my demo kind of thing. So I really like usually doing that part because after I know what's happening in the code. So I want to show you that it's similar to what we did with Vision, but I thought it was a funny twist on it, a different twist. So, and I did it initially. I didn't have Python installed, so I was like, oh, you know what? I want to work in, and you know me, I love the dev container, so I did create a dev container so I could work in an environment. Well, do I need to reload them? Let's restart some extensions. So I totally work in a dev container, and then I said, you know what, I want to also deploy in a container so it could run anywhere. I use a lot containers here. I have a mini PC where I run a bunch of containers. What? No, that's not good, mister. More friendly here. What container host are you running? You mean the servers? Or like if it's Docker or Podman or... Everywhere I have Docker running, and on my laptop, my work laptop, I decided to try as much as I can to run Podman. Was that your question? Sorry, Dan. Hey, Yaya. Hello. I'm not too bad. Had like a rough week, but it's better now. But you still can hear a few things in my voice. Whoops. Not this one, this one. So yeah, let's run the demo. I want to show you. Yeah, well, it works kind of like you could replace any Docker command. Instead of typing Docker, you could run Podman. In fact, I think I have Podman installed on this machine. Am I? Yeah, see? Whatever command you run with Docker, replace Docker by Podman, and it works. And for the yeah, and you have like the Podman desktop that you need to install separately. I did it on this laptop, but yeah, so I don't have it everywhere, and it's new for me. I've been wanted to do it. I did it on my previous work laptop. Hey, thank you for the whoops, I don't see your name. One second. Thank you for the follow. It's very, very, very appreciated. Oh, I'm 994 followers, so close to 1,000. Man, that's cool. Eventually, I will try to have subscribers and not make money, but have a little bit of money. My rule is always the money that comes from what I'm doing is re-inject to make it prettier, and I think the channel need like a new look, a new design, and time and investment. So yeah, eventually we'll do that. So yeah, so roast my life, that's my demo. Let's go in the corner so I'm not in the way. I make this bigger. Yes. That's not nice, Sirty Dev. That's not nice. Yesterday you say you will be shouting at me. Did you land? Oh no. Well, I always had a prettier co-host. She was just like sleeping, but now she you know, she's sleeping in heaven now. So, you know. Yay! TBD, you landed 27. Awesome. Awesome. Congrats. Python pop quiz. Does Python use a reference counting or garbage collection? I have no idea. Oh yeah, Jason. That's been a long time, but yeah. Jason. No, I was talking about Mini Cloud, my little dog. But yeah, no, Jason. No, Jason is alive. It's been forever. 3 streams in a row. Like, yeah, you really need to go buy a lottery ticket. Okay, let me show you this roast my life. I was brainstorming with the people. So like that's for the workshop coming up. And let me share the URL. So in case you're interested to do Python. I know here it's a lot more .NET stuff, but sometimes it's fun to change. So roast my life. I did it in Python because the people who will be at the hackathon, it's a call hack, the big call hack.io, I think. No? Oh, with an S. Yes, that's the hackathon. So it's happening in San Francisco next week, and the people were there, like they know Python. So I was like, you know what, let's do it in Python, so they feel comfortable presenting it and stuff. So I use Flask. It's a very simple way to make HTML and API interact with each other in Python. And then when you go roast my video, what it does, it go ping it use Reka Vision API. So if you don't know, Reka is a company I work for, and we offer AI services, and you could have a free. That's the part where I'm not selling, I'm just sharing, because I think they have cool project product, because that's why I joined them, and it's free. So you could have like a free subscription that renew every month with $10 of credit, and with $10, trust me, you could do a lot of things because the rates are very cheap. So if you want to do AI, research, chat, vision, speech, there's cool API over there. Anyway, back to this. So use AI. And go fetch all the video you previously upload. To add a new video, you could just do this. You had the name and stuff, and it will upload the video. You put the URL, so like straight from YouTube, you just like kind of like suck it in, and then it index the video, and then it's available here. So you could just go, let's say here, and you could watch the video if you want.
A database to go is a database that.
Or you could ask to be roast, and it just then ask the API to check that video and roast gently. Well, like, so sorry, Dev, you should definitely check that. If you go to app.reka.ai in speech, like you could do that in vision, you could do that, it will understand and do a bunch of stuff. So transcription, you could just like send it something and it will just work. It's pretty cool. I need to talk to the PM, and that's on my to-do for today, because I realize that in the docs, I know the API is available, and yesterday I checked with my boss and was like, I don't see it in the docs, but did I heard that it's public? And he was like, yeah, it's public. So I need to ping the PM and say like, hey, please make your doc available so like I can talk about it, right? So so you have here also, you have research. We did work, and I think we'll be working with research today. With Notebookmark. Chat is the chat. It's fun if you want to interact and stuff like that. And vision, that's the part that you could interact with video and images also. So maybe I will do also a project with images later. Though it's super simple. You just send like a query. It's an API, so you send a query and it returns stuff. Pretty cool. Vision is like it's an API. Research, you could use, depending on what you do, you could use the OpenAI SDK, because the API is OpenAI chat completion format. So you could use that, but there's a lot of feature that right now in the SDKs, if you go .NET SDK, they didn't bring all the features. So the format is there, but like the SDK is not supporting them yet. So that's why in all the project I do like raw HTTP. Yeah, I think last stream, in fact, we were building. Oh yeah, we could. I'm not sure I want to work on that today. I don't feel to work on that, but yeah. So on the last stream, we work on an MCP server. Oh yeah, sorry. Let's finish that and then come back. So then you have your roast. And I ask in the prompt, I ask how it works. So how it works, let's go quickly in the code, because I'm assuming, just like me, you're not that comfortable with Python, or maybe Fuel you are, because you had like good questions. Yes, we live in an era where investors are paying 95% of AI costs for us. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know. Yes, so the way it works. So, oh, I don't have the Python extension. That's fine. Let's just stop this cool, and close it. And I can zoom. So, oh, that's interesting. So as you can see, there's like app, and then, oh my God, it's very annoying. And then there's templates where there's, oh man. Okay, I will stop zooming. I don't know why it's so ugly. So, well, I can go bigger. Dukes. That's big, right? So there's app, that's our Python code. We'll get there in a few seconds. And then there's templates, and the name is important because that's how Flask work. And then you have like HTML in it. We'll get there in a second. And I put some static stuff where I put the CSS there. And then that's it. Oh yeah, and often what I saw was people doing like pimp, that's PIP, to import. It's the Python install package, the manager. And they were, oh, I need this, and then I was like, that's not fun. I want something where I say, hey, you know, install the stuff. And the way I did it was I put all the requirements in requirements.txt, and then just do pimp install requirements, and it just kind of like do its thing. So we use Flask. I don't know what that package is for. I forgot. That's for the reading. Again, we need a API key, and I don't want to put it hard coded. I didn't want necessarily to have like a global environment because I was like, well, then the instruction change if you're on Mac, Linux, Windows, and all that. So I was like, you know what? Let's put it in the file so it's everything everywhere. Yeah. Well, I guess that was suggested by. I mean, I can check again. I guess it was suggested by AI at some point because I wanted, or I Googled it and I found that it was solving whatever I wanted. Request is to do request, right? And markdown is because I wanted to get markdown so the output here could have bullet points, could have like a bold character or whatever, and I thought just like plain text was kind of meh. So I thought, you know, let's AI try to be creative with that. I didn't Sorry Dev. I did use AI at some point for the, well, like for the UI, I totally asked AI to build like a simple website because I don't want to mess with the CSS. I specify the colors and stuff like that. Say I want to use this. Please do it. Use Copilot. It ran with like this template because I knew that's how it works. With Flask, you have your app, right? So you kind of classic stuff. Let's go in the other corner. You do your import, and then see here, like I'm reading my dot environment. This is to say, for this app, I use Flask, and everything you need is in this folder. Then like I create the variable, so I go read the environment variable. And then after that, you just create you kind of like map routes. So like that's a pure function. What's a video fetch, and I will return a list. But what you do is, where are the routes later? So like here, so that's the route. So when the route, like you go at home, if you go at form, that's the second page, then, you know, this is what you do. And then I call fetch video and pass it and stuff like that. And then as you can see here, I return render templates, and I call this page, and I pass video template videos. So if we go then in form, that's a HTML page, but then I use the double angle brackets. No, is it angle brackets? Yeah, it's angle brackets, right, in English? Is it? And that's your way to specify you want to do code in it. So you could say, hey, okay, where is it? Here. So okay, for each video in videos, like do this. So like then if blah blah. So you could just do like in so many different language, you have like squiggly brackets. So like you have your backend, it's your Python code, and then you have your kind of razor view. So I felt very comfortable with that type of stuff, so I was happy. I know when is my I guess I lost it. Nope. That said, when I run the app, and after that you just like Python and the name of your script and it will run. At the end of the page here, we have a classic, app run, debug through. The debug through, that I learned that was pretty cool, because doing so, it's kind of a hot reload. So like you change the file, you don't need to do anything. It's just the change appear. Host 0000. That means it will publish on all those ports. So localhost and like the IP of the machine. That was nice. And then you specify the port that you want. But doing so, you have that warning. This is not like blah, 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 blah. So I'm guessing we need to do something else. But that was a workshop. That was just a demo. So I thought it was plenty. I'm guessing I need to deploy it in like an Nginx server, or like there's a piece missing. But it works. So the workshop and the demo is not about how to deploy correctly a Python stuff. It was how to use the API in Python. But now I'm curious, and eventually I think we could try to learn. So if you're interested, say something in the chat. We could do an episode where we try to package or build a CI/CD for this Python app, or any Python app, just for fun, just like learning new stuff. So let me know in the chat if you're interested, or just say no if you want to stay in .NET things. It's fine. I can do it offline and I can do it online. I have no problem. I'm not scared of saying I don't know everything, because I don't. Oh, let's me catch up on this on the chat. It's probably just some Bitcoin. Did you ask AI? Oh, no. Okay, sorry Dev. Do you do it for .NET? I am impressed if you do. Oh, asking for AI. Well, I have installed. I forgot how it's called. There's feature now to ask. How it's called again? Docker created the tool, like Deep or something like that. You could examine. I mean, I do a lot, all those things, and I should. I think I didn't take that project that seriously because it was just kind of a workshop. But for example, for Notebookmark and all the others, I totally take very seriously any package and reference I'm like using. In the URL shortener, at some point, someone was suggesting QR code. I love the idea. And I was like, cool, let's do it. And as PR, the code was extremely clean, and what the output was amazing, but looking at it, it was calling an external service. And I was like, well, that's a online live dependencies. So I was like, nah.
Bonjour.
But your code is clean. If you make it a package, I'm happy to use it. But yeah, no, even sometime I will be a sponsor. You know, I work a lot in open source thing. So I am sponsoring a package because I use it a lot in .NET Markdown. Here, I forgot the exact name of the project, but if we go here, maybe it's I think it's Markdown. I think I just already mentioned it. GT, first try, landed, awesome. By the way, bonjour. pretty interested about the Python. Excellent. Yeah. So that make two of us. I think it's different. So like, you know, it's refreshing. Okay, let's finish to catch up on the stream. Oh, I heard stories about someone giving a task and then got pwned. Yeah. I mean, package needs to be taken serious, obviously. Primogen is Primogen? I don't know how to say pro. Like, he's saying it so fast that every time I'm like, what? But that guy. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think OS, like open source is great because then you could collaborate, you could take something, change it a little bit. So maybe you think that idea is great, but you would like to do something else. So you could do this, fork it, or maybe like you want to add some feature. For example, there's a feature with the Vision API where you could clip. So maybe you say, you know what, like I want this, roasting is cool, but then we could say, we want to clip videos and not just like, oh, take this section, but you could say, hey, like take moments or like build the highlights of video or like clip the demo part or like whatever, and then AI will take some part of that video and like build a new video. It could change the orientation, like change what display and stuff like that by itself. So kind of cool. The API does that. So maybe you want to add some feature like that. That's what I like about AI, but of course it comes with risk. Isn't it someone super smart who say, with great power come great responsibilities, right?
I got a bad feeling about this.
You shouldn't have bad feeling, but you know, my work is done here. And yeah, what else I had to share about last week or this week? So was that. Oh, yesterday I was super happy. So I was watching the stream of Coding After Work, and they were like upgrading to that Net 10 their app, and I was like, oh, the voice sounds familiar, and I was like, I feel like I have a podcast that I follow have the same name, so I was like, yeah, you know. And after that, I realized that they're the same people. It took me forever, but found out that, you know, yeah, they were the same people, so I was very excited. And it was nice seeing, because I at least on my phone, on the app where I follow them. Come on, app. Where is it? Have my computer glasses and why I cannot see it? Oh no, did I? I'll have to add them back. I think yesterday I removed the subscription, so I will have to remove, because I thought I was adding the last episode they were talking about. Yeah, I love their when they do interviews and things like that. So I was very happy to like see their face. In their new logo, we can see the two faces, though like they are like cartoony. But in the old logo, the version I had, I didn't have any faces, so. Okay. Oh, one more thing I want to share with you because I thought it was awesome, and it's not tech related. If, like me, you use Spotify, well, the music you're listening come from Spotify, come from Harris Hiller, the Stream Beats. Lo-fi beats, I think the name of the playlist, but I use a lot Spotify. And I like audiobook. And I do that with Audible most of the time because then it can pair with my Kindle stuff. And that's why I do it. But from time to time, I read books, real books, or I read French books or Canadian books, and they are not on the Amazon.com or they are not on Audible. So the audiobook is not available. And there are some books that are not available in US. I discovered yesterday that if you pay for Spotify, you are in the premium, right there, and then there's like plenty of different type of subscription. But if you pay, you have an amount of hours of audiobook. And I'm currently reading a French Québécois book that I couldn't find online. Well, I could, but like not with subscription I have. But it's available there. So I just found it yesterday and was like, oh, click it, and it start playing. So if you have a Spotify and you pay for your Spotify, so you have some type of premium, right? But like, and my first thought was like, I'm not premium. I'm just like the basic stuff. But like that's kind of premium. You're paying. Then you have 3 hours of audiobook. Did you know that? Was I the only one who didn't know? That's also possible. Like I said, there's so many things I don't know. Oh boy, what happens to me? Man, will I land? No, in the corner. And I'm wearing my new t-shirt today. Oh, is it this? Well, that was, Kraken, so a little bit Get Kraken style, but then with a bike, because I like the bike and stuff. I bought it at San Francisco. I never find time for audiobook because I can't concentrate for a full. Thank you. I thought it was super cool. Yeah, I find there's time. So for example, if I go there's type of audiobook that works for a different type of time. So for example, I discovered that if I'm walking outside, I'm going for a walk or a hike or something, it's not a good time for anything, because when I'm walking, I will often go in my head. It's kind of like sometimes it's scary. It's like, how can I manage to not get hit by a car or something, or know my way? I have no recognizance of what's happening. I'm just like, oh, I just did walk like half an hour, and then I was in my head. But if I do kayak, I cannot listen to like a story audiobook. Podcast works. And if I do biking, I have like headset that I like bones conductor, so like my ears are still free. Podcast is good, and self-help workbooks, audiobook works. In the house, if I'm doing task, then self-help audiobook, work or business or whatever. Story sometimes it works because I won't get into my head, right? So it works. In car, a lot, depending if I'm not too tired, I can listen for a good amount of time an audiobook. All audiobook works. Yeah, so like there's time, but at night, no, I need to read. Though with Kindle, I discovered that for American accounts only, it doesn't work with the Canadian account. I can read it, and from the same app is also working audio. So both are working at the same time. And just when it arrives at the end of the page turns by itself. And just it continues. So when I'm tired, and because I read a lot before bed, or before falling asleep, sometimes I just want to finish the chapter, and like you keep repeating the same paragraph because it's like you read the paragraph and it's like, what? Because I'm getting tired, right? So then I turn on the sound and I can finish the chapter, kind of like push me forward to, like, maybe because I'm reading it and hearing it, I feel like it's getting in, and then I can finish my chapter. But it can only work. I don't know if in other countries it's also possible, but at some point I did migrate back to Canada, my account, and it not back, but I migrated my account to Canada and it didn't work, so I migrated them back to US because otherwise it doesn't work. Well, yeah, because I created like a US account long time ago because the books, like for a code, like long time ago, right? The books, I didn't care for French book because it was a lot of like technical books. So let's say I want to read JavaScript or Python or whatever, it will be in English. So I was like, I want it in English. I don't want to wait 6 months to have the French version, and then the price will be 2 times the price because of the traduction. I agree, we need to pay those people, and then the money conversion. So like it was like super expensive. So I said no. So I created my account in US. So a lot of digital stuff. Okay, how about we start working? It's been an hour. I had a lot of things to share apparently. So I think I wasn't sure what I will be doing today. That's why I had the OSS project open, but I think we can work on Notebookmark. Maybe merge I did start working because I use, yeah, let's go on that page. Yeah. So currently it's this, or we work on the I feel I need to close this. What else we have as an issue? So that's the feature I'm excited about, the use AI to make post suggestion, right? We want AI, instead of like looking for a restaurant, it will look for a topic. You say I'm interested to have like .NET 10 blog post, and then AI will go back, fetch some information and make suggestion for you, so you could like add them to your to read stuff, and eventually we'll have that. So it does that every morning, and when you open the app you have kind of like a cherry pick of whatever blog posts you're ready to go, so you don't have to wait for it. So that's a thing I'm excited about. So we could start working on that. Button too big for a row. I thought someone worked on that. And he came back? He didn't 3 weeks ago. Buddy, it's taking you a long time. I may do it instead. More detail error. Well, that's refactoring. I don't want to do that on the stream, I think. More deployment option. Tags could be cool, but I'm not sure how to do it properly. Edit note, that also could be nice, but later. The thing is, right now, I have a branch called use Docker Compose, and that's what I use today. Because I'm the only, when I did create that, that was cool. So we deploy into Azure, and I was learning a lot about CI, like AZD and stuff, you know, walking the talk, and it was a simple project and things. But this app is kind of like a one user app, so it doesn't need to be in Azure with scaling and stuff. Oh, one thing I did also is, look at that. Have a nice badge that I created also. So I'm kind of running it locally on a Docker container. So maybe we can work on that, and we have 1 hour left. And then the next stream, maybe like start working on that AI feature. I know the name of the stream was Working AI, but I feel like, TBD says like, this is the thing that worries me about taking OSS contribution, because people want to do stuff, then life happen and they don't get around to do it. Or worse, they lost their job and now they don't have access to it, just like in the URL shortener. So that's what happened this week, where I need to ping someone and now I have his personal email so I can ask him. But like I was on LinkedIn and say, hey, can you merge those 3 PRs for me, please? Because I can't anymore. Because my project was taken by Microsoft. It's fine, it's great. I can take it back, and that's what I will do, where I will, work on it and things. But these days I felt like, I want, new job. I want to play with the stuff at the new job. So let's do AI things. So that's why I was like less playing with the URL shortener, because life, I need to focus on that. And at nights or evening, I feel like I deserve also a good time. So I can Netflix, I can just cry because I lost my dog, or I could play games or whatever, right? But it's hard. I would rather them work on it than make a PR and not assign what? I would rather than work on it, make a PR and not assign it to them, or ask, are you working on this right now? Yeah. So like if you're reacting on this, that's like Oktoberfest. I had like instruction where you just like, you start, and I think he did initially say, can I work on that? Yeah, say, can I work on this issue? And it was like, totally, yes. And he start working on it. So totally. And then he did a PR. And I was like, I'll look at it. And he was like using CSS to shrink everything and things like that. And I was like, well, it's nice. It's like, if we look at what he did, it's super clean. It works perfectly, but he added classes. So he totally fixed the problem. But there's a simpler way to do it. And it's like 2 words. But if he's trying to get enough PR merge to like, have his t-shirt or something like that, I was like, well, dude, try something else. And I think I even gave him the instruction, did I? Yeah, so in the Fluent data grid, there's a property called row size. So like the data grid is already there. So you just add the property row size equal and then say medium, and it will be fixed. So they say, okay, we'll work on that. But it's been a while and it didn't work on that. Give us our URL shortener back. Nah, it's them. No, it's them. But it's good. Like it's used by New York State for medical services. It's used by many people. It was a nice project we worked on. So in Sturdy Dev, I think you brought a bunch of ideas and stuff. I know your name is there. It was fun. I had a lot of fun building that thing. That's what I like about some little project like 2d6 dungeon. I this morning I was, should I work on 2d6 dungeon? And I feel like I want to wrap this thing, because right now, like, there's 2 branch going up, so it's like, yeah, maybe we need to work on. So I think we need to merge this, and obviously we'll have to update the documentation, because right now it's AZD. So I guess because it's using in the template, or maybe I should check if it's still in the template, and if it's not, then we can do whatever. But I think it's in the AZD template. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's see if it's there, because if it's not anymore, then I don't care, and I could do whatever. Yeah. Good thing with my OSS project is that no one cares about there, so I don't get suggestions. It's the case for most of my stuff also, though, like the feeling you have when someone make a collaboration is amazing. I feel just like when you do a PR and it get merged, even if it's just, you know, you're like fixing a typo in Docs on Microsoft Docs or whatever. It's an amazing feeling when someone do a merge, like a PR in your code. Oh man, it's super cool. Can we change that? Yeah, you should be worried, Phil, because 30 days is have sometimes creative suggestions. Hey, hello, smirking squiggly. Maybe your readme file needs some loves. Yeah. So I feel with AI these days, the readme file are getting better and better. A lot of people are using it for that. There's no bad idea. Sometimes it's just for fun. Oh, that's cool, Sturdy Dev. Oh, you got accepted too? That's amazing. That's good. Nice to see. Yeah, the exclamation point bonjour will need to be at the beginning of your sentence. Like, I think it needs to be alone on that. But yeah, bonjour. Bonjour, hi. It's funny, on this screen I see you blue, and on that screen I see you pinky. Oh man.
Bonjour, hi.
Voilà, bonjour, hi. Comment allez-vous? How are you? Okay. Why this is open? I don't need that. So.
Bonjour.
Hi. Bonjour, hi. Yeah, no. Nobody's lending. Yeah, it was yours. It was yours. Your voice. Yeah, chicken MCP. Let's quickly. I don't want to work on that. I just want to show I did some work offline. After stream, in fact, last Friday. So we worked on that on stream, and I was so happy that we used the new AI agent framework, the new .NET things that was just out. But the problem is, like I was saying earlier, is this thing works if you do like basic stuff, like if you chat. But if you want to do more advanced stuff like the research, it doesn't work yet very well. So what I did is, oh, I'd finished that. Oh, do you have the last version? Or maybe I didn't push? Two weeks ago, I didn't push. I work on a different machine. So Here it's still using the agent. Yeah, it's still using the agent. I removed that line yesterday. Looks like I didn't push. I commit, but I didn't push. So it's on my other laptop. So we cannot search and like specify the domain and things like that we want to allow or block or things like that. And that's the purpose of that MCP server. So what I did offline is just like, I just, you know, converted to like raw HTML calls. And I thought I did push that and I wanted to show you, but it's mine, it's all mine. No, I was saying because like when you oui, à bon jouir, non? Yeah.
Bonjour. Hi.
That's his voice. That's what he means. And in GT, if you want your voice, you just have to record yourself saying bonjour, hi, send it to me. And I will add it. No fees. Both ways. You don't charge me for your voice and I don't charge you for using it. Well, I wanted to show you that. We could switch and go on my Mac, but that's fine, I guess. And that's the Python stuff. Well, let's close that. Let's go to Notebookmark. Do you want Notebookmark or 2D6? Notebookmark. Notebook. Okay. So what? Oh, I'm 2D6. I was like, what? Why don't I have everything? I want to be here. Okay. Let's fetch all. So a few change on the summary. I think we merged that, right? Boy, that's been merged long time ago. Let's clean that up. Delete. Oh, we did start. Maybe we should continue that then. Add Reca, we did merge that too, right? Yeah. We did start working on Aspire upgrade. Oh, is it the thing we're working on right now? Yeah, that's the version. Well, maybe we can push that. So where is that one? We just created it? So those two are on the same, and it's Adreca? What the is happening? What's happening? I need to land. I didn't land today. And maybe I need to go with the fall team. What do you think? Or is there a Halloween team? Use Docker Compose. Oh yeah, that's the thing I want to validate first. So does my project is still used? So aka.ms/awesome AZD. I think that's the aka.ms/.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah. Freda, the unoriginal jerk, Copperbird, and Lurky Dev landed, but not me. Nope, not me. I like that. .net. It's all .net. Let's make it bigger so we can read the new Aspire Azure demo storage. So that one is still there. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I thought it was. Yeah, because you do AZD in it. Oh yeah, there is no template. Oh, okay, there's no template, so we could totally do that. That said, the Azure Developer CLI will deploy it. Well, you cannot drop right now. 10 seconds until the drop, but it's still present. It won't work. Go, go, go. It won't work. We need to wait. Okay, so what can we do? So let's have a look at the state of like what code do we have right now. So the main is here. Okay, so now that's the new brand, the new drop. So, but we are here. So I updated the badge and I deleted the workflow. So I guess I could merge. And here, yeah, I feel it's on my other computer that I have everything. So we are working on the Aspire thing. Let's see if the project still works and deploy. I know last time we had a lot of issue because on my computer I couldn't run .NET 10 and that was part of the thing I wanted to do. So let's have a look. What's the current state of this? Pips.net build. Will it complain that it's a little bit big? Can I go a little bit smaller, please? Voila. Whoops. Who landed? Jeff had stand. Always landing on his feet. For some reason, in some project, when I do .NET build, it's complaining about the fact that there's, oh yeah, because here there's only, okay, now I understand. That makes sense. That's why I was getting confused. So when I have one project, it create the solution because of the extent. Okay, so some project, when I do .NET build, say, hey, like I don't know what to build. Like, do you own the solution of the project? And often those are smaller projects, so I start with just like a .NET new project, and I'm guessing the solution file, because since it's just a project, I didn't create a solution. The solution is created by this extension. So then when I do .NET build, say, well, should I build a solution or should I build a project? And I'm like, why are you not asking me all that all the time? So it did build, cool. But if I look here, or if we go back up here, we can see that at the level I have the solution, but all the projects are in some folder. So I guess it's just because when I create a project, the solution is usually a level. So what would be the good structure then? I like to have like a SRC folder. So I guess I should have like a SRC, then that's where the solution will be. Then another subfolder with the name of the project. Because like one thing I don't like about Notebookmark right now is like this is being huge. One thing I would love is have a SRC folder, so like this is smaller and you don't need to scroll before seeing the instruction. You know what, let's create an issue. Oh, so work. That's cool. And you know what? That could be October Festy thingy. And it's part of that. Do I want? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's. Is it? I think it works, right? So if we look at app host, it's still in .NET 9, but Aspire is 9.5. Yeah, and yeah. So if I start that, if I F5 this, I'm not sure if Docker works. Oh, that was one thing also. I was like, how can I make? Yeah. That's one thing I did try, and I'm not sure. I think it will fail now. Or will it start? I think nothing will start because Docker is not running. Another exception. Program line 4. So app host program line 4, where I'm trying to do this. Yeah, it's trying to do Docker. Oh, I am working. Oh, interesting. So it is running the compose stuff. So I'm guessing that's why it's complaining, because Docker is not there. Do I need to start? Can I do Podman run hello world? Yeah. Does Docker runs? It shouldn't. It's not visible up there. Yeah, no. So what was it again? So if I do this and I say Podman I think I can run this export .NET Aspire container runtime Podman, and I think it's switched to that. So if I go in my terminal, let's try it. If I run this, by default Aspire should run as, I'm not sure if maybe I should. And now if I F5 again, TBD, are you still there? Are you using Podman or Docker? I'm here and I use Docker on Mac for work. Yeah, so something is not working. Let's try to start Docker then. I'm trying to use Podman just for fun. One of the reasons was that on my laptop, this laptop, Docker is not available yet in Debian Trixie, Debian 13. Well, it is. It's using Bookworm, so Debian 12. And it works, as we will see in, well, I don't know, but let's try it. Will that fix the problem? Maybe that's the stream again. Let's fix instead of crashing at the beginning, now we crash at the end. Wonderful. Oh, again, that error? Oh. Okay, let's do this. Let's go in the terminal. So we did this. I'm guessing we could go back to Docker. And let's do .NET clean. I guess I need, most of the time when I see this like limit blah 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 blah, I need to close VS Code and reopen it. So let's do that. I can close this Windows 3. how long ago, TBD, did you get? I had the same issue where on my Windows machine, I had the issue and I had to uninstall everything and start from scratch. I didn't get any issue this time. It worked. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. First timer. It's been... Oh, really? That recent? Okay. Okay, so .NET build. Why it's not active? Don't get it. Or maybe because I deactivate the code completion to use okay, so what's the error? Document poll fail. What? So global is that this. What? And that aspire. Okay. That's a script that was AI generated to kind of like build and push everything, and I thought like, wow, that's fancy. Thank you for the follow. It's very appreciated. With that, only 5 more to reach 1,000. Awesome. Okay, so then we did do a few of those things. Okay. So why? Okay, let's try again to do just run it. Maybe I need to reboot. I did uninstall completely .NET. What? Is it running? I don't have the play. What? That was weird. Okay, let's trash this. Let's clean the solution. Okay, I have Aspire. I have the Aspire CLI. I have .NET 10, the SDK .NET 10 306. That's the last one, and I have Aspire.NET Core. This. I'm running on Linux. This machine is running on Linux. So depending on the stream, but most of the time it's Linux, and I'm running Debian 13. I also have, it's new for me, so it's first time having a Mac. I will in the future maybe do a little bit more Mac stream. It's my work machine, so I've always been, what's the good word, worried about streaming directly from my work machine just in case something pop up that shouldn't. But there's different environment and stuff, so maybe it will work there. And my tower, the machine I stream from, is a Windows machine, so I do work on all those OS most of the time in .NET. Ahmed, I don't need to install anything more, right? So no, it compiles. Okay, so it did that. So now let's try to run it. So why does not start? The connection with the remote party was lost. What? You know what? Let's reboot. You know what? Let's restart the computer. Let's go in a different view while it reboots. So it is, yes, it is. I did try KDE and I didn't like it. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's amazing, you can customize it, it looks exactly like Windows, and I was like, yeah, cool. I like something different. And this week, I was seeing a lot of Omarchi, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, and Omarchi video about like a Arc Linux distribution, opinionated distribution, so it comes with like a lot of thing already installed and things like that, and I was like, oh, maybe I could do that for one of my mini PC. I have two mini PC, one that is performant, it's like, it was intended to be a server, and the other one, it was like a $200 mini PC, and I was like, that would be fun. Now I realized that it's single thread, so running containers it's not that great on that machine. But I was like, maybe I can install that, and then going to like pick up the ISO to build my image, I saw like there was like 3 different versions of Omarchi, and one is Omakub. And you install Ubuntu, and then you run a script, and it will kind of like install a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should do that. So, you know, I'm comfortable because I've been into the Debian realm, Debian and Ubuntu for a long, long time. And before that machine was using, Fedora. And I was a lot getting confused because I always, like, it's not APT over there, it's something else, and I always forgot what it was. So I was like, if I go to Arc, then I need to learn the new packet, but I think it's Yay, so that's easy to remember. But Arch, yeah. You like KDE? I mean, it's great. I use KDE a lot. I think you know, that's the beauty. You pick whatever you make you know, make you happy. And that's the nice part of like those systems, right? So finish rebooting. Oh, didn't recognize yet my keyboard. It's rebooting. Cool, it's there, so I can share it back. Zoop. Excellent. So let's start Docker. Oh, I should start a browser too, so I have my Twitch stuff. See the chat. Not see the chat, but type. Choops. Junks. Maybe if I add a little emoji, it will give me luck. So let's go with Stony trying to fly. Like this. See, Stony is trying to fly. Okay, cool. So Docker is started, right? Are you started, Mr. Docker? Oh, that's why again. This happened again. So Azure storage. What's that one? Visual Studio API.NET Simple. Interesting. Oh, so that was just a problem. The container already exists. I didn't land it. Damn it. So yeah, see, like, so I'm streaming using 2 computers, so that's why I could reboot the computer while streaming. Okay, and also like I did that because at some point I was, oh, you know, it would be cool to get back at simple and just have 1 computer, but then my Linux computer, I think it didn't like my mic back then. I don't think it's like my mic because it's not a USB mic. And also my camera is not working. That's why I bought, like, even for work on the Mac, there was a lot of things that didn't work. So I bought like a new camera. GitKraken is not responding. Wait, why was not responding? What's happening? What is happening? Okay. Do we feel lucky? I think we feel lucky. Let's F5 right away. Okay, now we had it crashed. The target process exit without raising. Oops. Oh, I need to oh yeah, we did try to install it, so I guess it got installed at no, I want to do this. Let's go home. So we are at home, frank.net. And then shared. I want to see what else is there. And then Microsoft Core app. Microsoft ASP Core. Microsoft.NET Core app. Oh. No, we don't want that. Can I just delete this? And if I go in the other one, I don't want that either. One thing we can check also, if I make this bigger, is let's do cat, then, oh, it's called again It's called ZSLRC. No, RC. I'm not sure I need that line. I think that line was added part of the let's check again. So let's clean that up. .NET download. I think that was in our effort to, though they released the yeah. So they released Candidate 2 though, but so on Mac it works perfectly. On Linux I had issue. So I want X-64, and no, I don't want it. Sorry. And I think, yeah, see, it was like export.net root own.net and this. So I think we can comments now those two. I use Arch Linux KDE Plasma desktop. I use it for studying medicine. Oh, cool. How many semester do you have done, Ahmed? Fast and work well for me. That's cool. Honestly, I may do it. Arc. I was just like, I wanted to try, and I didn't want to think too much. That's why I used Ubuntu. I was like, you know. But I feel like I could use Arch just to try it, but at some point it's just Linux. In my head, it's just like not a big deal, and I want it to work. Okay, so yeah, okay, so see, that was the thing. So like when you install, so .NET 10, it's the RC. The problem with this laptop, that computer that you see, is that it's running Debian 13, was like a very recent version, and it doesn't support yet .NET 10. So like even if we try it, well, at least with release 1 it wasn't working. We tried that 2 streams ago, and that's why we did a bunch of stuff, and I'm guessing now I need to clean that up. So usually we need to appropriate it to edit, so that's what we did with this one. And we need to remove this part. So the $pat.home.net. So let's nano this. You know what? Let's up. And can I do just nano, or do I need to do sudo? And let's maximize this. Let's go down. I was starting to use, so I think it's that line. Oh no, that line. I need to comment. Could just do this, right? Pat home.net. Pat home. Yeah, that's the line. So we could do this. I can now do Control X. Cool. So we should be good in Visual Studio. We'll have to close this one and reopen it. What? Okay, cleaning the solution, and now let's try to to debug it. 6th semester of 10. Whoa, okay, that's cool. Yeah, internship and yeah, that's long. My daughter just graduated, like she's done now. She start working as a nurse. So I'm not sure how to, like a nurse, but nurse university. Here we have like 2 levels of, in fact 3 levels, because you could also do a master, but she did university or nursing, not just like pre-university. I like Linux, but I wish the space had more people because everyone seems to be a programmer, sysadmin. I feel like, well, with now, like, again, it failed. I think now with the gaming industry using Linux server and more, I think you'll get more of those, and like the Linux desktop is also being very friendly. Yeah, it's true with TBD. Like it's been like expert only. Yeah, because before it was like, yeah, you want to install it, build your own kernel and just like do stuff. What is happening? Oh, wait a second. Did I install the SDK, not the runtime? Isn't it? Is it why it's not working?
Yay!
Finally! I landed. No, I have runtime. So what's wrong then? Same issue again. So it's in my face. Why can I not see it? Maybe I need to read the error message completely. So no framework found it. I feel like maybe just reinstall it will fix the problem, though. My problem is still that .NET doesn't work well with my version. So we can check that. But to install a missing framework, we could do that. So let's do that. Let's close Visual Studio. Let's move those tabs here, since I like this. On Linux, installation not found. You must install the .NET Run application. I thought I did, but nothing was found. We can download or run, so .NET install script, we can do that. So see, the problem is in Debian, if I go click Debian, it's Debian 12. So let's try to see if that works. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This, and let's make it big. I didn't want to do so. Winget package Debian. Yeah, the thing is, I wish they had like a 13. Reading the database, blah blah blah, install, preparing the unpack package, 12, unpacking the package, setting up the package, file. The prog is missing, installing. Okay, cool. So looks like it was done. One thing I would like to see is if I go here. Yeah, see. Oh, 13 is there. So why do we want to change what we just copy paste? Should we? What do you should we try this and just go 13? Oh, it was package Microsoft prod. Yeah, it's there. Did we try? I think we tried. Configuration file. Delete package distributor ship a version. What do you like? Blah, blah, blah. Package distributor as shipped an update version. What would you like to do? Option R. Yes. Install the package maintainer version. No. Keep the current installed version. D. Show the difference between the version. Z. Start a shell to explain the situation. Oh, that's cool that you have. See, but I think I want to go and install a new version. Okay. So now I could do this. So apt update, apt, and then install .NET 9. .NET SDK already the newest version. Okay. So I guess I could go this now for the runtime. It's already there. An alternative, sorry, it's maybe small. That's a lot big. Oh, I was as an alternative for ASP.NET Core runtime, you can install the .NET runtime, which doesn't include the core support. Oh no, that's good. Okay. It could be an issue with the path. That's why I was looking, because like we did mess around with the path previously, right, when we were trying to install the .NET 10, the release candidate. So I remove this part. I mean, let's try again. Docker is running. Let's wait until Aspire fully load the thingy. I did kind of like mess around with the many things 2 streams ago. So it's totally my fault. Nope, no framework found. So it's looking for that. But right, it's in share. No, yeah, share, and then it was the second one, right? So there's nothing in it. So why it's still trying to look at that place? If I remove that from the path, that's weird, right? Why did I? Because if I put, oh, path tools. That's why. I need to do that one too. Oh man. So .NET root. Oh man, what is? I definitely mess up my stuff. Maybe I should remove everything .NET related there. Because I think in the script it go there, and maybe now because it's seeing it, like it's seeing those, that's why it's not working. So I think I will remove completely that. Because if it does a research, let's say, hey, do you find this? Maybe it's missing that it's commented. So let's remove that completely. And then I do Control X. Do you want to save the buffer? Yep. And this, so I need to close it. Cool. Reopen it. Make it big. And then can we what if, so I'm using this. Is there a way to force to reinstall? Oh, I could do this if I maybe I should use the script. Because if I do this, it will says that I did a typo in my password. It will says that it's already existing, right? Yeah. How can I force it? Sudo apt install dash help reinstall. So if I do this, what? Okay. No, I want this. Delete, and install. Instead of install, let's do reinstall. And I wonder, because I changed the source, maybe I need to remove it first. That's what I was wondering when we ran it the first time. Because often say, hey, you need to make sure no previous version is, I think, yeah, .NET. So you need to do that. I think we need to uninstall it first and then install it. Okay. Okay. Look like we don't need to. So now for Linux, use the echo command to set the variable in your shell profile, bash. Oh. It was in our bash RC? Could it be that it was set in the bash? It was there. It's supposed to be. Is it this? What's... I always forgot. There it is. So let's close those and reopen a new one. Although I didn't reinstall the runtime, so I should do that too. Right? We reinstall this. That's the SDK, but we didn't do it with the runtime. So let's do it with the runtime. And again, maybe it didn't like it. I hate when I mean, I wanted to use like early bits, but then that's the risk, right? You screw up everything. Okay, let's kill that. Let's open a new one. So the SDK is there. The environment variable is here. But do we have anything in there? Did I install? I didn't install them. I still have the... What? What? Wait a second. So if I go in .NET, oh yeah, I see all the... And I see bunch of 10. I don't want the 10 anymore. Okay. In SDKs, I see 10 again. and shared. I see nothing. I see nothing. Maybe I should remove everything and reinstall. Yeah, 10 is still there. Preview 6. Yeah, maybe we need to clean everything before. And we are past the... So, GT, you landed again. Awesome. So, you know what? What I will do is... Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't work again. 2 streaming, at least they were not in a row. But yeah, we worked last stream and it was .NET stuff. So why today? Is something not... Maybe something is bad with this version. Ah, could it be that I'm using... Okay, so what I will do off stream, I think I will reverse what we did. In fact, I will just like disclaim all those change we did trying to upgrade to .NET 10 and Aspire 9.5. We'll remove everything. Then I will reinstall version 9. And maybe I will use, I think I will be using the 13, that Debian 13. And then I will reinstall Aspire 9.5. And then I will be able to upgrade. And I guess my problem here is maybe I use like, doesn't fit, maybe in some project I go like library that are, but it doesn't look like it's all 9999. There's no 10 here. There's here with a preview, but it was a preview before. So I will roll back offline and I will take notes, and then next stream I will be able to share like how I fix it. I think that's the best way because that's bad. But let's have a look to the state for today. So we tried to work on Notebookmark, but we didn't. We work on nothing. We chat. That was nice. That was still funny. Bunch of zeros. TBD was the first with the score of 27, and then I follow with 30, and then GT 73, and I think GT, you're the human leader today. Awesome. And Copperbird had the best score. The biggest loser was 30. Well, definitely not. Unlucky maybe, but not loser, since you didn't have zeros. And the super participant was me. I tried so hard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Should we raid? We are just 5, so I don't think we'll be raiding anyone. Yeah, you know what? Thank you. Whoops. Let's do this. Boom. Thank you a lot for the 2 new followers today. That was 3 new followers today. Very, very appreciated. Thank you a lot. It works. It means a lot for me. And I just noticed that I'm now at 996 followers. So we're getting so close to 1,000. This is great. I'll fix that up off stream. And so next stream, I guess next stream, I won't be able to stream on Wednesday, because I'm traveling and there's an event in Toronto for security and I will be there, so I won't be streaming, but I will be back for my stream on Friday. So we'll see each other Friday and have some fun and code, and I will make sure I'm ready and everything is set up so we could just like hit the road running. With that, I wish you all a great weekend and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Where is my mouse? I cannot finish the stream correctly. Oh.